So what if you could create a brand new YouTube channel, use nothing but AI, and have it go viral in just 7 days? Sounds impossible, right? Well, that was the challenge, and honestly, the results are probably going to change how you think about making content.
This right here, this is the single most important idea we're going to talk about. It kind of flips the whole concept of creativity on its head. See, the secret to winning on YouTube isn't always about inventing something totally new. It's about finding what's already working and just doing it better.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to look at the challenge itself, then we'll break down that improve, don't invent strategy. After that, we'll dive into exactly how AI made it all happen, check out the data to see why it worked, and then, most importantly, we'll pull out the key lessons that you can use yourself.
Okay, so the goal was simple, but also kind of crazy. Launch a brand new channel and get a viral hit in 1 week. And the very first step was picking the right playground, a very specific and, very profitable niche. The niche they landed on was a trending game called Grow a Garden. And why that? Well, the research turned up a channel in this exact space, pulling in an estimated $15,000 a month with less than 20 videos. I mean, when you see potential like that, you have to pay attention.
So they've got their niche. Now for the real secret sauce, the strategy. The plan wasn't to just copy what was working, it was to level up the storytelling. And this, right here, is where the real genius of the experiment is. It's not about being a clone, it's about being the better version.
Now this is super interesting. The channel they were inspired by, it used a really simple straight-line story. A leads to B leads to C. But the new channel introduced a conflict arc. By injecting a dose of drama, a conflict, and then a big comeback, the story is way less predictable. And that is a huge key to keeping people watching.
And this wasn't just guesswork. They basically went shopping for viral ingredients from other successful videos. Stuff like a high-energy hook with a character running right at you, the classic drama of a power-hungry hacker, and then a totally unexpected comeback, like a dog digging up a super rare item. All these pieces were chosen on purpose to be mixed into the new story. Okay, so you've got this killer story structure, you've got the viral ingredients, but how do you actually build the thing? The secret weapon, of course, was a super efficient AI workflow that made this all possible in record time.
Here's how it worked, in 5 steps. They fed a story outline to ChatGPT, which kicked out a bunch of image prompts. But, and this is so important, look at step 3. You can't just let the AI drive. The prompts were tweaked by hand and reference images were added to really dial in the quality. Then, an AI video tool handled the animation, and it all got polished off with a professional edit and sound design.
Oh, and one quick pro tip here, but it's vital. They used what's called an aged YouTube account, one that's been around for more than a week and has some watch history. If you start with a totally fresh, brand new account, you can get flagged as spam and your journey is over before it even starts.
And here we go, the moment of truth. The video is made, it's uploaded, now it's up to the YouTube algorithm. Did the strategy work? Is the algorithm going to see this improved content and give it a push? Let's find out.
Okay, so the first video pulled in 27,000 views. Not bad at all. But the real story is in the metrics. The swipe rate, basically the percentage of people who didn't just immediately scroll past, was only 61%. You really want that to be closer to 80. But the average view duration was fantastic. That told the creator, hey, when the algorithm finds the right people, they are hooked. And you can see with video 2, they nailed it, hitting an 82% swipe rate.
This brings us to a huge rule, and you gotta remember this one. Respect the algorithm. The creator followed something called the patience principle. It means you wait for your current video's views to really cool down, like a lot, before you drop the next one. If you rush it, you can totally kill your own momentum and your new video will just die, even if it's great. You gotta let them breathe.
Now, this is where it gets a little tense. The second video got off to a great start, the metrics were amazing, but then nothing. It just stalled out. The view count totally flatlined. This is where most people would panic. But you have to trust the data.
This timeline shows you exactly what happened. After that first stall, the algorithm gave it another little push, and then it stalled again. You can think of these as tests. The algorithm is checking to see if those great metrics are for real. And because they were, on day 16, boom, the explosion happened. And this was the breakthrough moment. After days of just sitting there, the video didn't just start moving again, it blew right past 50,000 views. That was the first big sign that the algorithm was finally convinced. From there, the momentum just went into overdrive. The algorithm was happy, the metrics were solid, and it started pushing the video out wider and wider. It rocketed past 80,000 views. It felt like it happened in the blink of an eye.
And here it is, the final result. The video absolutely smashed through 150,000 views, and in the process, this single upload brought in over 1,000 new subscribers to a brand new channel. The experiment was a massive, massive success.
So what can we all learn from this? Let's boil this whole thing down to a clear, actionable blueprint that anyone can use to grow their channel.
Okay, here's your takeaway blueprint. First, strategy is everything. Don't invent, improve. Second, AI is your co-pilot, not the autopilot. Your creative decisions are what make it work. Third, focus on the right metrics. High swipe rate and a long view duration are what the algorithm is looking for. Fourth, be patient. Seriously, let the algorithm do its thing. And finally, and this is a big one, remember, the system is not out to get you. YouTube wants to find and reward good content.
Look, this whole case study just proves that viral growth isn't about luck. It's a process. It takes the right strategy, the right tools, and a whole lot of patience. So that really just leaves one question. The algorithm is out there, waiting. What are you going to improve?